Welcome to the WBA Broader Membership. Here is with me is Joe Peikert, who is CEO of Wolf River Bank in Hortonville. But importantly today, maybe more importantly today, he has been installed officially as the WBA Board Chair for the 26-27 fiscal year. So we are looking forward to sort of getting a chance to get to know you better, Joe, so we can let the membership get a feel for who you are and what your priorities are for the year. So to get us started, why don't you just tell us a little bit about who you are?
Sure, yeah, happy to do that. Joe Peikert, Wolf River Community Bank in Hortonville, and I actually grew up in Menominee Falls, which is a northwest suburb of Milwaukee. So grew up there, went to school, moved back to my hometown, and I would say, like many of us in the industry, a banker by accident. The first job offer that I had after college was to be an internal auditor at a bank holding company right in Menominee Falls. So started there and lived in the area for a while. I met my wife actually during a summer job, but then about 30 years ago we moved up to the Fox Valley, and that was for a job at another publicly held community bank in Neenah. So how did I get from Menominee Falls to the Fox Valley? That's how. So so I've had a number of stints along the way at a number of other banking institutions, and about 19 years ago ended up at Wolf River Community Bank, which happened to be the community we were living at in Hortonville. So to be able to get the opportunity to be a community banker where we already lived and kids were going to school, and we go to church and involved in the communities, it's really just kind of interesting how that all came back together.
Yeah, it is funny how those things come together and happen, right? So that's really neat. Well, and this is your 7th year on the WBA board, because I know you really were on the WBA board before becoming an officer for 4 years. So thank you very much for all of the time that you are giving back to the industry in this way. And congratulations again on being selected as the board chair among all your peers. It's a real honor and a testament to the quality banker that you are.
Yeah, thank you for that. It truly is an honor to be selected in this role, and I look at it as a great opportunity to give back to the industry. This is the industry that we as bankers obviously spend our time in and pour ourselves into, and to get to this point to help the WBA and the association give back to the industry, something I really look forward to.
Yeah. Well, I know we'll have a great year ahead. So looking at your year ahead, what are some of your priorities for the WBA?
Yeah, as I look at priorities for the WBA, for our association as bankers, we talk about what are the important things that the WBA does for membership. Certainly it's advocacy, it's education and professional development. And one of the things I also look to is looking for opportunities to give back to our communities. So as I looked at those three things, the association is already doing so well. Rose, your leadership, I've had an opportunity over the years to really meet a lot of the amazing staff that you have.
So you have a great team.
Wonderful team here at the association. The association is doing well and it's on the right track. So as I look at priorities for what to do in this year ahead, it really isn't to change anything, but it is to amplify. So amplify is the word that I've chosen for the theme for my year as chair. So
I'm excited. There's a lot we can amplify, right? And the bankers do so much, as you noted. What do you think is the greatest strengths, or are the greatest strengths of the industry?
I think looking at the strengths of the industry, I think we bankers obviously think there are many, many strengths that the industry has. One of the things that I would maybe call out especially is our commitment to the communities.
Yeah.
Whether it is a small rural community whether it is a larger urban community, the banks in those communities tend to be the pillars of the community, and whether it is through financial education, whether it is through fraud prevention for our customers, whether it is through volunteerism, banks are often the base of volunteers in the communities that we serve and that we do business in. At our bank, we've actually had organizations say, if it weren't for the volunteerism of your bank, we wouldn't be able to hold and conduct this event. So it's multifold, but I think one of the strengths of bankers across Wisconsin is really just to be that pillar in the community, to support our communities, and then to give back to the communities that are supporting us as a bank.
Right, right, and all great work, which makes it so easy for WBA to help amplify that back out to the public and leadership and in the Madison and out in Washington, D.C., and really emphasize the critical role that banks play, not just in the economy overall, but the philanthropic and the charitable donations.
Yeah,
too.
and you bring up a great point, Rose. I think one of the things that continues to be important for we bankers to make sure we're supporting the association, which is going to turn around and help us, and that is to really make sure we get involved in advocacy.
Right.
You know, you mentioned the Capitol Day in Madison, the number of opportunities that we have for the Washington trips.
Right.
But as importantly as those are, some of it is even more grassroots type effort. So examples there would be get to know your legislators. And you know, I had a conversation with a legislator recently, and the message was, it's one thing when someone who is from an association is contacting a legislator. It's a lot different when one of their constituents, and we bankers are constituents in those communities.
Correct.
So as we look at that, what's an opportunity there? Perfect one to look into would be a take your legislator to work day.
Right.
The other thing we've heard and that we've seen over the last year is some of the email advocacy that we can do.
Right.
It may just be another email inbox item, whether it's from one of our national trade associations or from Rose at the WBA. But I think it's really important to act on those when we do contact our legislators in that form. The numbers add up. It does make a difference. We have strength in numbers.
For sure. Quantity matters in those grassroots engagements.
It absolutely does. And we talk about if we want to be relevant, we need to be part of the process.
Right.
I also heard another legislator kind of tongue-in-cheek say, but there must be truth to it, that when it comes to the legislative process, if you're not at the table, you very well could be on the menu.
Right.
So. But the association has many, many opportunities for us to make sure that our voice is being heard as an industry and through our association, whether it's with legislators or with regulatory agencies.
Right, right. Well, and that work is critically important to keeping the industry going, which is why we need continued strong membership. So really appreciate all of you for your continued membership in paying the dues and rejoining every year to WBA. It really means a lot. We're very grateful for that. It allows us to provide that strong value back, not only for the bankers themselves, but the industry as a whole, as well as appreciate your active engagement in all of our advocacy activities, joining committees at WBA, and just providing your own thought leadership back to the industry through your involvement with WBA. So on that note, I want to thank you again for your time today and sharing a little bit about who you are with the broader membership through this video. And again, congratulations on becoming the WBA board chair. I look forward to working with you this year, Joe.
Thanks so much. I look forward to working together, and I really look forward to having conversations with as many of you as possible through the year ahead. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you.
Yeah.